top 10 best 10 out of 10 designer fragrances that you just basically just have to have in your collection. Video coming right up. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. I have a lot of messages from you guys telling me what are the best of the best designer fragrances as of today that you just have to have in your collections. The ones that you consider 10 out of 10, the ones that must haves. And trust me, guys, there's way too many great designer fragrances, and just to only narrow it down to only 10, that was a hard task, the hardest task like ever. But overall, I picked 10 fragrances that I personally think they are 10 out of 10s. They are a must-have, and you'll have a good use out of them. Yeah. These 10 fragrances are all great. They're not in any particular order, but I kind of like select them in different categories just to make it easier for you to select which fragrance for which occasions. I'll wear this for that occasion. I wear this for that occasion. And to be honest with you guys, if I only have these 10 fragrances for life and I'm not gonna try anything else, I think I'll be more than happy with these 10 fragrances. I honestly, I don't need anything else. And if you are new to this hobby and you're looking for the bestest, greatest designer fragrances that you're just gonna have the most use out of it, go this way. These 10 fragrances are rock stars. Seriously. My number 10 on my list, I seriously consider it as the best daytime work scent like ever created in the past 10 years or so. Yes, it's a great, simple but attention grabbing type of a fragrance, and that's what you need. You don't need a lot of complexity when you think about it, but you need something that actually would get you compliments. This fragrance right here would get you compliments. This fragrance would get you noticed. This fragrance actually would make you more attractive, especially when it comes to the ladies. Ladies actually, when they smell Prada L'Homme on you, first of all, they think you're more attractive because you smell clean, and that luxurious fresh linen vibe that it gives, it is actually to die for. It could be a little powdery, leaning a little feminine for a lot of the alpha males out there, but trust me guys, just put this one on and just get and be ready for the attention and the compliments you'll receive out of this one right here. I can imagine somebody having a crisp white shirt on and some khaki pants and just rocking this juice right here, and yeah, try this one out. It is on my number 10, and it is on the versatile category or the daytime category. Prada L'Homme, it's a must have. You have to try this one out. The next three on my list, from number 9 to number 7, they are the most versatile fragrances in this list. I know everybody needs that Swiss Army knife type of a fragrance that he can pull out and pull off anytime pretty much he wants to. Daytime, check. Nighttime, check. Dressing out, check. A casual, check. For a date, check. To go to work, check. All the above, anything you can even imagine, those three fragrances are like powerhouses on that category. And the first one I picked for you guys, it's Acqua di Gio Profumo. This is a great one. This is a classic. I mean, not this one right here. This one is gonna become a classic within 10 years or so. I just know it. But the original Acqua di Gio is the best seller of all time for a reason. A lot of people until up to this date, my friends and my family members, that they know nothing about fragrances, but they know Acqua di Gio. Everybody wants Acqua di Gio. My regular Joe friends, I was like, oh, I ran out from my Acqua di Gio. Do you know a deal that I just can get it cheaper? That is actually my most asked question from my friends and family members, that they know nothing about fragrances and they think I sell fragrances. I don't sell fragrances. Back to the video, guys, and back to Acqua di Gio Profumo. You can wear this one dressing up, dressing down. I prefer this one dressing up though. I think when you dress this one up, it brings out the classiness coming out of it, and it just makes you handsomer. I know you're ugly, bro. That's why you need Acqua di Gio Profumo in your life. I'm telling you. Such a great fragrance. I just love this one, and I love the performance I get out of it even more. Yeah, this one lasts me for a whole day, and I don't really need to respray. And if you think about it, this one is a little bit on the pricey side compared to other designer fragrances, but you get your money's worth when it comes to the performance. So you just like, I've been having this for years, and that's how much I've wore out of it already. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, and I wear this one quite a bit. Yes, Acqua di Gio Profumo, it's one of my favorites that hey, I need to have in my collection, and you need to have in your collection as well. The next one up from the same category, the versatile category, the number 8 on this list. It's not really numbered, but yeah, number 8, whatever, yeah. It is without a doubt Dior Sauvage, bro. You're just gonna have this one in your list, yeah. I know, you can just smell this one everywhere you go to, but it's famous for a reason, I'm telling you. And sometimes from my own experience, when you wear a very likable, very famous fragrance, it is actually a good thing. Especially if you're going out to mingle, this one would open conversations. People would actually know which fragrance you have on, and they'll come and compliment you, and they'll feel better to know exactly which fragrance you have on. And imagine, just imagine, if you are going to a bar or to a club and a pretty girl recognized that fragrance and she likes it, in fact, and she just came to you and opened up a conversation because of that fragrance. So it actually, this fragrance would save you time. It would bring people to you to open conversations, and the rest is on you, buddy. Yeah, this one is not gonna do everything for you. You're just gonna have to have some skills. I chose for you guys the Eau de Parfum here. I think the Eau de Parfum is the best out of the bunch. The Eau de Toilette is still great, but it's kind of like scratchy in a way. It's definitely louder than this one. But this one, on the close encounter side, smells much better. I feel like this one is like much rounder, and it would get you more compliments over the Eau de Toilette. Eau de Toilette, people would smell it from distance more than this one, but this one's still strong. It's still pretty strong, don't get me wrong, but I feel like on the close encounter, when people actually smell it of your skin, this one smells much better. The last one on my most versatile category is without a doubt Bleu de Chanel, and I chose for you guys the Eau de Toilette. Yes, I know this one is overused as well, just like Dior Sauvage, but this one has got some pros for that. The fact that people would like the smell and recognize that brand by itself, and they know it is a Chanel. Chanel, it's a heavy name. It's a heavy brand. So for example, buddy, let me give you a trick. If you associate anything with Chanel, that thing comes from here to all the way over there. That's why I call my wee wee Chanel. Please don't judge me. Seriously guys, just think about it. You are going out and you haven't Chanel on, and people know that you haven't Chanel on. You are just a fancy mother flowers. I'm telling you, everybody needs a Chanel in his life, and I'm not talking about my wee wee, sorry. Bleu de Chanel on my number 8. Yeah. From my number 6 to my number 4, these 3 fragrances are the clubbing going out category. I think these 3 fragrances are the loudest of the bunch. These 3 fragrances are the sweetest of the bunch, and sweetness, it brings compliments, it draws ladies in, and it's perfect for going out and having fun. And as my number 6, I chose Armani Code Profumo for you guys. This is such a classy compliment getting type of a fragrance. This fragrance lasts, it projects, it exudes fun, it would get you compliments. Ladies, actually, I can just pull this one back on. Ladies actually love this fragrance on me and on everybody else. Dude, they'll just love this fragrance of you. I just know it. It's very tonka, beanie, sweet type of a fragrance, but it's got a lot of darker nuances as well. And that's what makes it the classiest of this category, in my opinion. In this category, there's the classiest one, which is that one. There's the more romantic one is coming up, and there's the loudest one. It is also coming up as well, just to let you know. But let's just get back to Armani Code Profumo. This one, because of the darker nuances, makes it more classy. The patchouli here gives it more of a little bit of a mature side. I'm not saying it's old. It's not something for a teenager, I guess. I think you have to be like maybe in your mid-20s to whatever to be able to pull this one off, because this one, I think you have to be dressed up for it. This one exudes like a very handsome dressed up type of a guy, yeah. such a great fragrance that you have to try out. This one is great for dates as well. Just you have to be careful with the amount of sprays. You don't want to choke your partner out. You can go a little liberal if you are going to a bar or to a club. That's fine with this one. And yes, this one is just gonna have fun with it. My number 5 on my list is still on the going out partying category, but this one is on the romanticer side, if that even a word. Yes, I'm talking about Valentino Uomo Intense. This one is very irisy, powdery with the hazelnut and vanilla and the tonka bean. This one smells great, guys. I just love the smell of this one. I love how this bottle looks, honestly. I prefer this one. It's a step up from the original Valentino Uomo. This one is definitely much stronger. It's definitely louder. You can wear this one on a date as well. Just gonna be, again, very careful with the amount of sprays. You just don't want to choke your partner out. You can go liberal again if you are going out. This one will get you compliments, and this one would give you the edge of a romantic guy, even though this one has got some darker nuances as well. But I think you can go a little bit casual on this one. Valentino Uomo Intense, such a great fragrance that everybody, especially you, brother, needs to have in your collection. Yeah, my number 4 and the last fragrance on the going out clubbing category, and the loudest of the bunch, the more obnoxious of the bunch when it comes to the performance. This one is very loud. I'm telling you, this one, people would smell you from distance. This one is very spicy vanilla type of a fragrance. It smells like something niche-y. You know, like how niche they always play with their vanillas and they just add some spicy, darker nuances with it and just make it a niche fragrance. Yes, this one smells like that at a designer price. I know it is not cheap when it comes to the designer prices, but this one is totally worth it in my opinion. If you're having this fragrance on, you're just gonna have to know you need to be the center of the attention, because this fragrance would make you the center of the attention. So that would actually help you if you are an introvert, just like this guy in front of you, and want people just to get closer to you and just open conversations. You're shy, you're an introvert. This one would help you out for that, because it would give you the vibe that you are an extrovert, you are a very social person, and because of that, people would actually get closer to you because of this bad boy right here. So yeah, this one actually is a therapist slash a fragrance. Yes, thank you Spice Bomb, Victor and Ralph Extreme, blah blah blah, boom boom shakalaka. Well, Boom Shakalaka just came out of nowhere, and that would actually help you out for some Boom Shakalaka as well. From my number 3 to my number 1, these fragrances are the best when it comes to the ladies' liking. Ladies love these fragrances to smell on men. This fragrances makes you actually appear more attractive in the ladies' eyes. They are great for dates, they are great for going out, especially if you are already accompanied with the lady from the beginning. These fragrances are perfect for that scenario. And my number 3, it is another Chanel, ooh la la. And I'm talking about Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême. This fragrance is great, guys. I just love this fragrance. This fragrance actually loud. This fragrance actually can just wear it going out as well. I prefer to wear this fragrance summer nights. I think it's just perfect for that. This is my go-to summer going out fragrance, like bar none. Probably you already know about this fragrance, but the best part about it that the regular Joes don't know about this fragrance as much. Most likely people would go for Bleu de Chanel when it comes to the Chanel line. That's the best part about this fragrance, guys. You have to try and have this fragrance on. This one is great, fantastic. When I say fantastic, I truly do mean it is fantastic. My number 2 on my list, and I think it's the best date fragrance like ever created, seriously. And yes, I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana, the One EDP, brother. This one is very famous. A lot of people love this fragrance. A lot of people wear this fragrance. The only thing about this fragrance that the performance is not the greatest. This fragrance doesn't last the longest on a lot of people. This fragrance doesn't really shout out as loud. But if you think about it, if you are wearing this fragrance on a date, how long a dinner date would last? 2-3 hours. This one gives me like 5 to 6 hours, so I can't really complain about it, and it projects really well of my skin. And I'm talking again about the EDP. Get the EDP, the Eau de Parfum. Don't get the EDT. No need for the EDT anymore. This one does the job and does the job right, and you can get it nowadays discounted for a very reasonable price as well. And the best part And the secret to have this fragrance on and just get more compliments on it is always to have a little vial decant on you at all time when you have this fragrance on, and you can just always, if you are going out to a bar or to a club, to respray every couple of hours or so. Like have like a couple of sprays on, and it's not gonna break a bank on this fragrance, especially if you get it discounted. So I personally never had a performance issue with that fragrance. I'm satisfied with the performance it gives me originally, but I can always respray and I'll be happy with it. Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP, it's a great one that is a must try for everybody out there. Seriously. My number one on my list, the best date fragrance, arguably with Dolce & Gabbana, the one, and I'm talking about La Nuit de l'Homme. This is the original formulation. Look at this dark juice right here. This one is very loud. So I usually, because I have this, I wear this one when I'm going out at night to a bar or a club or something, and I just want to be loud. This one is very pleasing to pretty much everybody. But for nowadays formulations, unfortunately, this one got a little bit subdued, and it gets and sits closer to the skin, but I think that's perfect for a date. This one is not very overpowering, this one is not very strong, and a lot of people and a lot of girls out there, they just don't like overpowering strong fragrances. So sometimes when a fragrance is very strong, it's a turn off for a lot of people. I realize that a lot of ladies out there, they just like the fragrance when it's like light and refreshing and it's not overpowering, and they just need to get closer to you to be able to smell. But I personally think La Nuit de l'Homme nowadays formulation is still great. It smells phenomenal. It sits closer to the skin, yes, but that's great for a date if you think about it. You can just sit down and just have a nice conversation with a nice lady right next to you, and she'll be drawn to get closer to you because of that one right here. So I'm not saying don't ever buy this one with the current formulation, because you're just gonna get a good use out of it. A very good use if you think about it. That is why until this date, La Nuit de l'Homme, it's one of my favorite fragrances of all time, and I would always buy it and I would always cherish it, no matter what. Yes. So this is pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching and subscribing and doing all the good stuff. Please give me as many likes as you can possibly give, and don't forget to click that subscribe button down there. Don't forget also to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is popping, and I just want everybody to go follow me there, like at this very moment right now, and click that subscribe button, notification bell, give me likes, and do all the good stuff, and comment in the section down below what are your favorites, 10 out of 10 designer fragrances of all time. The favorites, the ones that everybody needs to have in his collection. I know there's way too many great fragrances out there that I just couldn't put on this list. Did I miss anything that needed to be on that list? I just want your opinion. I just want your feedback in the comment section down below. What are your favorites? And this is another week with Note Sponge, and I Note Sponge, making smelling good always easy. Peace.